Hey you guys, it's Britt. Today I want to talk to you guys about one of the many reasons why I talk about internet safety and building parasocial relationships with weird followers online. This is something that I'm really passionate about, and I came across a TikTok that shares part of a letter from a very bad person. Hey guys, I need to place a trigger warning in the beginning of this video. We are going to be discussing child abuse, and I know that's very upsetting for a lot of people. It's upsetting for me too, but I do want to deliver this video because I feel that it's very important. So if you are in a place where you would like to hear, please keep watching. All right, you guys, so I came across this TikTok, and this is from Lori Fulbright. First, I want to share a TikTok that she put up talking about why you should not answer the door when a stranger knocks. And I think constantly about family vloggers and influencers that tell people where they live. They're doing the house tours, they're doing landscaping tours, showing the pool, showing the new house. All the people have to do is tie out those pieces of the video to Zillow listings. It's so easy. Once you show somebody a house tour, it's very easy to figure out where they live. It literally takes minutes. And I think about it not only when adults are involved, but also when children are in the home. And when you're deciding to put your life online and you are a parent or a guardian and you have children in your home, anything could happen. You could have a follower show up at your house because you did a house tour, or you just, totally were not careful at all, constantly vlogging in front of your house, constantly showing, every room in your house, all of this kind of stuff. There could be a follower that could easily come to your home and they are a stranger. Your child answers the door, and what could unfold? We have seen parasocial relationships become toxic very quickly, and they can not only become toxic, but they can become deadly. And anyone who thinks that oversharing online is, oh, it's up to the parent, who cares? I care. And I have a channel where I talk about things I care about, things I'm passionate about, my opinions about random topics. But I will play that TikTok just as a complete side note. But we just live in a world where, no, you shouldn't answer the door when a stranger knocks. And you damn sure should not be telling the internet where you live, and possibly leaving it up to your child or your children to answer the door when a stranger knocks.
Hi, everybody. One of the worst things you can do when someone knocks on your door is open it if you don't know the person personally standing on the other side. I have covered so many cases in my 31 years as a crime reporter that have gone terribly wrong. I have a Glenpool man who was nearly beaten to death on his front doorstep. One of the most brutal rapes I've covered in my career happened because she heard someone sobbing on the other side of the door and opened it to help. She thought it was a girl. It was not. And police later learned it was a Tulsa senior high school football player who had been stalking her for weeks. I have a sweet little woman in her 80s, you guys, and she's ironing her tablecloth on Christmas Eve because her family's coming over the next day, and someone knocks on her door, and it's kind of someone she knows from the neighborhood but doesn't really know them personally. And she opened that door and he beat her to death with that iron, and the stories just go on and on. You guys, if you don't personally know the person on the other side, don't open it. Numerous times I've done a story where I take an undercover cop into a neighborhood. He knocks on people's doors, t-shirt, blue jeans, clipboard, no city uniform, no city truck, no ID. And he'll say, hey, I'm with the city of Tulsa. There's a new water heater ordinance. It's got to be 4 inches off the ground. I need to come in and inspect it. And every time people not only open the door and talk to him, but they let a total stranger into their house. One was a college student, and she said, oh my gosh, when that door closed behind me and there he is in my house, I thought, what have I done? And in that moment, it's too late. Not one person said, can I see your city ID? Not one person said, can I need to call your supervisor and make sure you should be here? Even if they are supposed to be there, it's still okay for you to say, you can't come in today, and schedule an appointment so that you can have someone there with you so you're not by yourself. We've seen people just put on like a little, traffic vest and go door to door and say, hey, we need to come and inspect whatever in your house. There's something going on down the street, a traffic project, and we need to check on your water. Whatever it is, you guys. I tell people all the time, if you don't know them by name, you can't open your door to them. You can talk through your door. You can help that person if they need it. I've been in a car wreck. I've had a heart attack. I've been shot, whatever. You can talk through that door, tell them you're on the phone to 911 and get them the help they need. But if you open that door, you are putting yourself at a great risk of being a crime victim. Be safe out there.
So Lori decided to interview several pedophiles. And this individual who she has this letter from was just sentenced to 3 life terms plus 80 years. And he sent Lori this letter, and I'm going to read you part of the letter. This is a lot to listen to, but it is just really wild. And I think about people like this who come across family vloggers. These are the people you're inviting into your home when you do try-on hauls and show your children swimming in the swimming pool. And then, you do the house tours. So these people know where you live. These are the people that could possibly be building parasocial relationships with your children. This is why children should not be on the internet, because as soon as you start uploading content featuring your children, you are opening them up to have parasocial relationships built by people like this monster that we're going to read part of this letter from. It is so scary, and I don't understand why some people just discount kids being in family vlogs. It is not okay. It is not a safe society for children to exist in online. It's just the world that we live in. It's the cold, hard truth. Anybody who is a protector of their children should get their kids the hell off the internet. And that's my opinion. So it starts out by saying how he picks a child. In order to abuse a child, I have to first find a candidate. I have to convince the adults around us that me being alone with that child is perfectly okay. Then I groom the child to understand it's okay for me to be alone with them, and I have to isolate them from other people, both adults and other children, because I need to not be interrupted. Finally, I have to make sure the child will keep our secret, usually by guilt or threats, like telling them they will be in trouble, their family will be in trouble, or I will hurt them. But secrecy is my most powerful tool. If I get caught and I don't get punished, I will do it over and over again. If you know someone who has been caught being inappropriate around a child, keep that person away from your children. If they seek to be around children, you need to ask yourself why. If I target your child, there is almost nothing you can do to stop me. I am not talking about the snatch and grab pedophile who kidnaps your child. I am the person you know, the person you trust. Remember 3 things. Isolate the child, make it okay with the child and the adults that I am alone with the child, and make sure the child will keep our secret. If I'm in your home, I've already gotten past you, and I'm working with your child on them being okay with me touching them appropriately in front of you, because this tells your child you approve of me touching them. The difference between appropriate and inappropriate is worked out later between me and your child. It's important for your child to know that they can tell an adult, I don't want to be touched there and I want you to stop. Telling your children it's okay to tell an adult no is very important. They need to be comfortable with the idea that they are in charge of their own bodies. You will never know how it destroys a little bit of my soul knowing I know these things, and I am so sorry for something like this to exist. I am sorry that the only way to stop a pedo like me is to take away a small piece of your child's innocence and warn them about the people like me. But it's the only way to keep people like me from stealing their innocence permanently. You are not, as a parent, diligent enough to protect your children at all times. I only needed 6 minutes while a mother was in a 7-Eleven buying a pack of cigarettes to rape and sodomize a 10-year-old girl who was in the car with me. To my knowledge, she never told anyone about that attack. She is now a coke junkie in her late 20s, and in 6 minutes, I stole what could have never been given back. Had she told me no, she might have had a loving family and a husband someday, but her mother never told her it was okay to tell a grown-up no. I have hundreds of stories like this, and I know more people in prison with me who have hundreds also. It's important to teach your children what appropriate touching is, who can be around them, and that they are in charge of their own bodies. So I know that that was a tough read. It was a tough listen. But when I hear stories like this from people who have actually committed these crimes, I automatically think of, if they are out and about and they don't have access to children in their real lives, where do you think they're going to go? To the internet, to social media, to build these parasocial bonds with the children of family vloggers. And if you are telling people on your channel, or not even on your channel, if you are open with where you live, where your kids go to school, what their schedules are, all of these things give people like this an insider perspective of what your kid's schedule is like, who's home, when you guys go on vacation because you're, live streaming from freaking Hawaii or Disney or whatever. It's just all too much. It breaks down that barrier of things that are happening in our home are confidential, and it's not for outsiders. So, in my opinion, and this might be an unpopular one, but I don't care. If you are not willing to open your home to people like this, why would you upload content showing your infant's bath time or your children's bath time routine, their bedtime routine, telling people where they go to school, what their schedules are, what their favorite color is, so that then people like this can go to the school, wait by the playground, hope that teachers aren't paying close attention, and all that they have to do, I've talked about this with the Doherty Dozen roll call videos, all that these weirdos and sick fucks have to do is approach the playground and say, hey, da-da-da, your favorite color is purple, and I know your favorite movie is blah, blah, blah. I'm a friend of your mom. Am I being overly dramatic about the people that could be watching family vloggers? To some people, sure. But there is literally no way that you can guarantee that people like this are not watching your videos. Because as I said, if they don't have access to children in their day-to-day life, they're absolutely going to the internet. We live in a digital world, and what people can't have in their real life, they go to the internet for. Think about it. It makes sense. And it is so, so scary. So either way, I just wanted to share that with you. When I heard her talking about this letter, it put a lump in my throat, and it made me so sad to think that some of these kids are just being opened up to God knows who's watching on the other end. And then when people raise concerns to the family vloggers or influencers who are showing their kids and their house and all this kind of stuff, they're called jealous haters or trolls. What a weird world. Either way, that's going to be enough for today. So if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.